Hope you guys are doing well. 2-minute warning before we start. Get your popcorn, get your beers, get your pipes loaded up. Going on in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You guys ready? Ready for the folks for the Cannabis and people coming back again. Here we go. Hey, here we are. Cheers, you scallywags, wherever you are. I know it's been a minute, but welcome on to a 420 Cannabis Review. I am your host, Tricky, aka Resilience, here with the 420 Cannabis Review for you. I know it's been a minute, I know it's been a while, but we are back, we are bringing it back. We had to readjust some things. We got kind of discouraged after Facebook kicked me off. We had thousands of viewers, and they went ahead and fucking yeeted me. So kind of get a little bit discouraged here. But we're going to bring it back here live So stay tuned to the Resilience channel here where you are now. Give me a like, maybe give me a follow. We do this shit here organically and spontaneously. We're not affiliated, nor do we ever want to be. We're just here having a good time reviewing some trees for you here in the Emerald City. So here on the 420 Cannabis Review, we are going to be reviewing different things such as, you know, tools to use when you're smoking the weed. The weed is the mainstay. The weed is the main thing. Here in the Emerald City, they got tons and tons of dispensaries, tons and tons of different things that we can use. We're going to be doing wax, we're going to be doing shatter, we're going to be doing weed, we're going to be doing, all kinds of different things. So just stay tuned and tell me what you think about it. So here on the 420 Cannabis Review, we got a few categories that we do. We're going to do, first one is going to be packaging, and packaging is going to include the look, what the weed is in, things that describe the weed there in said package. And then we're going to go into opening the package and smelling it. It's going to be the smell. We are going to grade it on what it smells like. We are going to try to put it to what it might smell like as far as fruity. Is it earthy? Is it skunky? Is it danky? That type of thing. And then third, we're going to go into first looks. First looks, we're going to get it up close and personal where you can tell me on a scale between 1 and 10 what you think of the bud look itself. We're going to be looking at colors. We're going to be looking at trichomes. We're going to be looking at the tightness of the buds there. Is it leafy? Is it tight? Stuff like that. Then what we're going to go is into the density. We're going to squeeze that nugget between our fingers and see just how tough it is, if it's flaky, if it's dry feeling, if it's sticky. Then we're going to go into the smoke. That's right, we're going to go into the smoking. We're going to hit that bad boy up, and then we're going to taste the fire underneath it. We're going to see what it tastes like. Is it earthy? Is it fruity? Is it citrusy and all that good stuff? Then we're going to go into the feel of it, what it's like when we take it into our lungs and when we blow it out. How long it takes for the scents to hit. I haven't smoked for 30 minutes, and I'm pretty clear of my palate. So leave a message in the chat. Let me know that you're here with me. I'll be able to see that chat, and we'll be able to communicate back and forth together. Fucking commercial, man. Fucking Popeyes. We are definitely not fucking promoted by Popeyes. I knew that would happen.
Products help you achieve the perfect look.
Boom.
Nuts.com is smacking you.
Just like that. I'm gonna work on those fucking commercials and shit. But so with the looks, then we're gonna get into the smoke. We're gonna grade that, and then we're gonna let it sink in, and then we're gonna grade it on the high, what it feels like when we feel this stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like what it makes it feel like. Is it a sativa? Is it an indica? We're gonna give you the whole nines on that. Now I know it may be subjective to some people. I've been smoking for years. I can't remember. I think I might have been smoking since I was like 11 or 12 or something like that. I got in early, damn it. I got in early. And then at the end of it all, we're gonna put all those scores together and see what this weed has. At the end of the 420 Cannabis Review, do we recommend it? Do we eat it? Do you save your money or do you spend it on it? I guarantee, man, I don't know. We're going ups and downs, but this is the first 420 Cannabis Review in like a year or so or something like that. But yeah, we're glad to be back. So cheers, you scallywags, wherever you are. Let's get into it, all right? All right, here we go. This right here is OG's fine cannabis product. It is a sativa, and it's called Acapulco Gold. So let me show you guys what we got going on here. This is what we're dealing with right here. This is OG's Acapulco Gold. This right here was an eighth. It was an eighth. So this is it. It comes in this package right here. This is an eighth of Acapulco Gold. A bunch of little guys, a little tiny nugs. But this is OG's Acapulco Gold. This is what we'll be reviewing. Package right there. It's an eighth All right. So this eighth I got at the local dispensary down the street. And guess what? Guess how much the eighth costed me? How much do you think an eighth costed me? Guess. This eighth only costed me $6 fucking dollars. On the website, it says $8, right? But when you order online to the company, the dispensary down the street, they give you a discount and whatnot if you online order. Plus, I'm a VIP member, and it only costed me $6, $6 for an eighth of Acapulco Gold. And at the $8 price for this right here, after or like before the discount, I gotta say $8 is a very good price compared to some other things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. All right. OG Cannabis, fine cannabis, sativa. So far, I like the package. It's got a little low rider on it. It's got a low rider on it there, and it says OGs, but it's O like OGs. All right. And let's read up on this, okay? It's Acapulco Gold. Net weight is 3.5 grams. THC is 21.4%. CBDs is 0%. It is a sativa, which says on there, and what more could you ask for, right? It's in a plastic package. It's tight. And that's it. So I guess on a scale between 1 and 5 for the package, it says what it is. It says it's a sativa. It says THC. The only thing it doesn't say is if it's pesticide free. Let me see here. Pesticide free, doesn't say anything on that. There's a lot of pesticides out there that go on this weed and whatnot. So if you're against pesticides, you might want to, reevaluate the situation. But OGs, it says that it's all good. Hold on, let me lock this door so nobody gets busted in here. Don't go busting in here. Okay. Had to lock the door. All right, so on a scale between 1 and 5 for the package, it's basic. It's good. I've seen a lot of worse packages from it. It's got a nice lowrider on that. It says sativa right there big, and it gives us all the information that we need. Besides the pesticide thing, I got to say on a scale between 1 and 5 for packaging, I'm going to give it a 4.9. A 4.9 out of 5, just because it didn't say whether it was pesticide free or not. So, some people put that on there, some people don't. It's not a big deal. But if they just put that pesticide free on there, I mean, because when it doesn't have it on there, you would think it was, and it did have pesticides. But if it doesn't have pesticides, why not put it on there just for peace of mind for some people who don't want all of that bad stuff up in there? So on a scale between 1 and 5 on the OG's packaging, we're going to give it a 4.9, which is not a big deal, right? So that's fine. 4.9. 4.9 on package. Boom. Leave a message in the chat. Let me know that you're here with me. Your message will pop up right there, and we can communicado back and forth. All right. Next one is going to be the first smell. So I haven't opened this guy yet. We're going to see what kind of scent we get when we first open it up. So let's get that going on. Let's see if we can open it. See, usually they would have little slits right there where you could open it, and there's nothing there. Oh, this might... Oh, there it goes. Oh, I was about to deduct a point. I was about to deduct a point for that, but it tore open pretty good. All right. First smell. On a scale between 1 and 5. First smell. Here we go. Close my eyes. I smell lemons. It just has a strong... as a sweet lemon head. It kind of smells like a lemon head. Like the candy lemon heads, if you ever had that, or like a lemon drop, which is crazy because it says Acapulco Gold, and I wouldn't think that it would smell like lemons, but I love lemon weed. I'd say on the level between 1 and 5 of the lemon smell or the dominant smell of it, that's 5. That's definitely a 5. When you first open it up, it smells like sweet lemon candy. Here, smell it. Smell it. Between 1 and 5, the sweet candy lemon smell. Smells so good. That's a 5 lemon smell. Sweet candy. Sweet candy lemons. All right. That's dominant, straight up sweet candy lemon. Man, it's so good. I wish you guys could smell this shit, but it's definitely, that's all it is. So say that you opened up a box of lemon heads because they come in a box, and you would smell it. Boom, with the hint of weak. I mean, you know what it is, but I mean, if you didn't know what that was, and you smelled it, it would smell like sweet lemon head candy. All right, so far so good, and it just done dropped in. Like as soon as I opened it, it went down to the bottom. All right, okay. So Acapulco Gold. Here we go. We're going to go into the first looks. We're going to the next page where we can get an up close and personal look at this guy. Ready? Here it is. Oh, geez. This is Acapulco Gold. It is a sativa, as you can see, and it says it is a 21.4% THC. There's no CBD in there for you, and it's a sativa. So a sativa is going to be like a happy, uplifting, sunshiny type of thing, which means like, you know, you want to smoke this when you're at the beach, you want to smoke this when you're trying to do some artwork, or you know, you're out there doing like, you know, movement and, you know, bringing you uplifting type of thing, and you're having a good time. Sativa, sunshine, indica couch, which is a low thing. And I'm more of a sativa cat, and the hybrids that you're going to see are going to be in a mill. So here on the 420 Cannabis Review, we won't just do sativas. We're going to do the whole gamut of different levels there. But this is a sativa, and it says, 21.4%, which is pretty high for a flower, right? So what do you think, guys? Looking at this bud up close and personal, this was a picture that I took offline on their website. And let's take a look. So as we're looking at this, it is very leafy. I wouldn't say very leafy, but it does have a bunch of the sugar leaf in there. The bud looks tight, but, you know, there's little spaces in between that allow a little bit of that sugar leaf. There's little spaces in there, so it doesn't look so dense or tight. You can see the orange. You can see the orange calyxes on there. I can see a light dusting of sugar, the trichomes, but it isn't super dominant to where it's frosted. But you do see it on there. I mean, there's a little bit of leaf on some of these things, but it's not too bad looking. The calyx dispersal on there is, I'd say, on a percentage, on a 1 to 100%, I look like about an 80 to 85% coverage. Well, I mean, 100, it's not going to be 100% because it'd be like orange, but I mean, it's not that bad for the coverage of that. The nodes look pretty tight, but they're not too tight to where it looks like a rock. It looks like a tasty nug. What would you guys think? Looking at the bud itself, up close and personal there for you, what did you think on a scale between 1 and 5? What would you judge it? Put it down there in the chat. Let me know what you think, and then I'll tell you what I think on the first looks here on a scale between 1 and 5. This is a crowd participation type of stream, so by all means, don't be shy. Let's see here. I'll bring this bud over here close to you guys. It's kind of hard to see with that. That's why I brought the picture out. But what do you think on a scale between 1 and 5? Bud looks good. It's an 8th. It's pretty good bud. I mean, it's like the picture. And that's good. You want it to be, you want it to look like the picture, of course. And that's pretty much like the picture, which is good. So what do you think? On a scale between 1 and 5. On a scale between 1 and 5, I'm going to give it... I'm going to give it a fucking... I mean, it is what it is in the picture. It's not really leafy that much than what I saw. But on a scale between 1 and 5, I'm going to give it a fucking 5. I'm going to give it a 5. I mean, I don't like the sugar leaf in there, though, but it's not really that much. It's just a little bit. And if they went in there to try to get those little sugar leaves, it would definitely damage the look of the bud. I'm going to give it a 5. It looks like it is in the picture. It's got everything you want. I mean, I can understand the little sugar leaf in them, but that's just nitpicking on that. But it's got a 5. On a scale between 1 and 5 for the OG's Acapulco Gold on first looks, I'm going to give it a 5. It is a sativa. THC is 21.4%. And that's that. Acapulco Gold. OG's. So far, on the first looks, gets a 5. Looks gets a 5. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test the density of it. The density of the bud, which is it tight? Is it, when we squeeze it, is it going to fucking just break apart? Is it going to stick to our fingers? Is it going to stab our fingers? Is it going to be like pokey? Or this and that, all right? So on a scale between 1 and 100 on the percentage, we're going to test the density here. I'm just going to squeeze it in the middle of my fingers. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. It's a little pokey there. It's not sticky. It kind of feels sandy. I mean, it's tough. Some of it broke off, but as you squeeze it in there, I mean, the different nugs start falling apart. It doesn't feel sticky. It feels sandy. And as you're squeezing it more, it just kind of breaks apart. You won't need a... It's not sticky. It feels sandy. It broke apart into little pieces as you kept squeezing into it. Oh shit. See, it's just like, it's dry, man. I mean, that's what it should be. I mean, some buds are sticky and wet, you know what I mean? But this is, it's dry, it's sandy. It just flakes apart. On a scale between 1 and 100 for density, I think I'm going to give it... I'm going to give it a 45. 45%. Because it's not... It's just... It's... I mean, the bud should be dry, but it doesn't stick together. And like, on the past 420 cannabis reviews that I've had, you could squeeze some and it'll flatten out, or it'll be super tough. You can't squeeze it at all, or it'll be sticky and it sticks to your thing. But on a scale between 1 and 100, on the, on the density, I'm going to give it a 40, actually. I'm going to give it a 40. Density is 40%. density, it gets a 40%. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's at 40%, and I'm just trying to tell you between 1 and 100 where the density is and how it feels. I get a little bit of stickiness on the fingers and whatnot, but I mean, it's not super dominant. You know what I mean? Stickiness on a scale between 1 and 5 is probably like a 1.5. About a 1.5. All right, let's see here. Okay. Leave a message in the chat. Let me know that you're here with me. All right. So far, we've got a 4.9 on the packaging. We have a 5 for the sweet candy lemon smell, which is out of 1 to 5. That's top. That's all the way. And on the looks, we get a 5. That's on a scale between 1 and 5. And the density is a 40% on a scale between 1 and 100. So that's that. The price is good, but we're not going to include that in there. We should, though, right? On the price scale between 1 and 100, it gets 100. We're just going to add another one. Price is definitely... Price is 100. We paid $6 for an eighth. $6 for an eighth. Which is good. I mean, I don't know how fucking... I don't know how good... I don't know how bet... I mean, that's pretty fucking good for an eighth. $6. I mean, online it said 8, but with the discount and everything after that, $6 for an eighth, dude. You can't beat that. So that gets 100 on a scale between 1 and 100. All right, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the smoking part of it. We're going to load it up here into our pipe. We really don't need we really don't need a grinder or anything like that. There's no seeds. Maybe there is at the end, and if there is, I'll find them. But it's all nice buds. Nice small buds. That one was a regular size. So let's get into the smoky part. Here, what we're gonna do is we're going to examine what it tastes like. Is it gonna taste like a lemon? Is it gonna taste earthy? Is it gonna be harsh? Is it gonna be smooth? That whole type of thing. All right. So we're gonna load this here in our pipe. The pipe is clean, so that we get the full flavor of it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the 420 Cannabis Reviews. We return. This is our first one in a long time, reviewing OG's Acapulco Gold. It's 21.4% THC. Let's hit this bad boy. Ready? Let's get the flavors here. Close our eyes. Smooth. You can't feel it going down into your lungs. You don't get a harsh flavor when it goes down into your lungs. When you first hit it, you get it all in the center here, up top. You think it's going to be harsh because it kind of feels, it's hot, of course, because it's a lighter. But when it goes down, it's invisible. You can't feel it. You can't feel it. It's not really... It doesn't feel like a deep, low bellow, like a slow molasses type of thing. It's more, the smoke stays more here than going down into your lungs. It's very heady area. It tasted like lemons, which is good. It has the lemon flavor, the lemon terpenes on that definitely flows. I could taste it. I could taste it in my saliva. That was the green. So we got one side of it, and then we got another side. I haven't felt it go down yet, but it's all here, and the flavor is, it's like all up in your saliva. So on a flavor tone, let me take another toke. Yeah, it's like it never even, like it never even. That's crazy. Usually, like you when you inhale smoke, you can feel it going down into your lungs. But when I inhale this, I can't even feel it going down. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's all up here in the flavor. It just hits. So that was the second hit, and the flavor was still there. It was immediate after the first hit. So it's just, it's like a lemon wave, but it stays up here, into the top here of your throat, and like it's all in the saliva area. So like it's all up here in your mouth. No, I'm about. The flavors are going in. All right, so now I'm feeling it after the second hit. I think maybe that was a minute. It's very like I just felt that right there, but it was like an energetic like, bzz, like maybe a shot of like if you took a shot of espresso. That like there was a little initial boom, and I don't know when that hit. That hit probably like after a minute and a half, on the second hit. So on the flavor gets 100. Flavor gets 100%. The smoking of it, it's very smooth. The taste. Speed. On a second hit, the flavor is still there. It's very like buzzy now, like my head. It feels like I'm getting this very it's almost like numb. I wouldn't say numbing, like when you like fall asleep on your arm and you wake up and it feels a little tingly. I could feel it on the back of my head feeling tingly. But that's 100%. You know what to say? The level on the level between 1 and 100 as far as intensity and intensity of the high. So far, it's only been about 2 minutes. I mean, I'm starting to feel the tingling on the back of my neck from 2 hits. The intensity really doesn't feel much, though, to tell you the truth. For 21.4%, at least not right now. We'll see if it's a creeper or not. But it was quick. It lets you know that it's there, right, when you first take it in. And it's like, all right, you're outside, you're doing something, or you're doing whatever. But I got to say, from how I was feeling at the beginning of the stream to now, it's pretty much even keel. And this has been like what, probably 3 or 4 minutes since I started. It's kind of neutral. Like I don't feel it. I'm starting to feel a little bit more energetic. I'm starting to feel the high now. It's a creeper. It's a little bit of a creeper. Hold on. Because at the beginning I wanted to say it really didn't feel any different, but now, yeah, here it comes. It's coming. It's on the way now. See, I was talking shit. It's like, oh no. It's a little bit of a creeper. It's creep. Oh no, that's a creeper right there. Yep. Hold on. It's a creeper. Yeah, here it goes. So when it creeps up at first, you get that energy, and then you get I'm starting to feel a little bit, which is kind of crazy because it's a sativa. So it's kind of like that shit just gripped me from the back of my neck. It's like, what you talking about, man? You talking shit. So now, like, I just all of a sudden after that one little point, my eyes got a little bit heavy. I felt this kind of like, it was like, if you took a sprint, you know what I mean? Like if you went from stop to a sprint real quick and then you stopped, it feels like that at the end. Like you're standing there, and then all of a sudden you bolt for as fast as you can for a second or two, and then you stop. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like that energy, and it's kind of like, okay, you're down. But it goes away real quick, and then now it's more of like a slow ascent. And then I feel like it's put me into, like if I was kayaking or rowing on a river or a lake, that happiness that you may feel. You know, it feels like that now. It's steady. And that was only 2 hits. That was quite an experience. I like that. I like the experience for what it was. I doubt it, and then it's like if you were kayaking, it's a little windy there. That's pretty good. Now it's like if I had a beer, which I have. Now it looks like now it feels like I've had a beer, but I got that happy feeling if I'm on a boat in the middle of the lake. That's what it feels like. So if you guys can relate to that, imagine yourself after one good beer on a nice day on a boat in the middle of a lake. That's what it feels like on the second hit. Let's do the third hit. So we took one hit on the right and then one hit on the left. Let's do the third and see if it maintains that flavor. So that gets 100. The smoke, the experience so far has been 100. Let's take one more good hit. Of course, the third hit is going to be a little bit smoky. The flavor was like, I think is really on the green and then the second. So if you're going to smoke it, smoke one half, take a hit, and then save another one for the other half. But when you get to the third hit, of course, because it was already black, it's a little smoky. It's a little smoky, you know, but that's okay. And the third hit, I still didn't feel it. I still didn't feel it in here. It's all up here, which is a crazy experience. It's crazy how it isolates itself. It's a very heady type of high. It stays up here. You're very like if you had a hot air balloon and it's just floating around up there, kind of whatever it is. I definitely don't feel down. It's definitely a sativa, I'll tell you that. On the intensity now, on a scale between 1 and 100, after about we spend 7 minutes or so, it feels like on a scale between 1 and 10, on the intensity that I'm feeling now, it's fucking steady climbing. It's like a 8. It's an 8 to 8.5. I'm feeling really like bzzz. Like if I stood next to a generator. Bzzz. It's not numbing, but it's definitely like yeah. Yeah. So it kind of gives you it's all up here too. It's crazy how it's in the upper limbs except here. So I feel it in my arms. It's like a buzzy feeling. I feel like a bumblebee. Like if you were surrounded by bumblebees, but not trying to sting him, but if you can imagine a force field, if you can imagine a force field of bumblebees. You know, and you can feel their wings and all the buzzing, and you can feel the sound. Bzzz. It's about that. Wow, that's fucking crazy. The experience gets a hundo. It takes you there for sure. It's definitely a sativa. You get a light buzzing, kind of like electrical feeling. My hair's not standing up on my thing, so that gets 100. Experience, hundo. We only took 3 hits. And I'm a seasoned veteran in the smoking. Sativa, it's true. Acapulco Gold, I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't really know what Acapulco Gold is supposed to taste like. I'll definitely try another Acapulco Gold from another company. Because this was just lemon. This was just gold. Maybe that's what it is. Like gold dealing with lemon. Lemons are yellow, but gold, you know. Sativa, they nailed it. The energy is really great. The flavor, I'm still getting that sizzle of lemon in there. How long have we been talking about this shit already? 44 minutes, but that's at the beginning and the end. What do y'all guys think about that, man? I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling very energetic. I'm feeling very it's like If you guys ever saw that movie, Big Trouble in Little China, and they're all getting to the elevator after they take that potion that homeboy gave them before they go fuck up the wedding and shit. It's like I feel very positive. It's very uplifting. It's very energetic. You feel the buzz, and I think it's just the right type of bud to smoke if you're out there doing some active shit, man, or like fishing and stuff. It's very energetic. It's great. 100. It gets a hundo for the experience. The smoke was tasty and all that shit. For the price, it was $8, but I got it for 6. Woo-wee. Everything looks great. It's doing its thing. OGs. OGs? Acapulco Gold? Yes, sir. Okay, let's put it all together and give it a score. Let's see what we wrote here, man. I feel very good. The effect stays on a scale between 1 and 100 for the intensity. It stays about, it's ranging between like a 7.5 and an 8 out of 1 out of 10. So it's about a 7.5 out of 8 right now. It's very dominant over you. It lets you know, yeah, boy, I got you. But don't worry, I'm here with you, and we're gonna fish on. And a fish on. I might go fishing, but it's like I'm definitely would love to smoke this when I'm going fishing. It's really like, I got your back, man. Boom, boom. This is what you want to smoke when you want to have a good time out there with your peeps, whatever that you're doing. I highly recommend that shit. All right, so let's put it all together and see what we get. Okay. So at the beginning of the stream, we had our different categories, and we put points in and all that shit. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put those points together, and we're gonna give this shit on a scale between 1 and 100 a final score. At the beginning, it was 4.9 on the packaging. Packaging looks good. It tells you what it is. It's sativa, Acapulco Gold, THC, CBDs. The only thing that it didn't do was tell me if it was pesticide free or not. So just that, it's not really nitpick, you know, it's not really a big deal, you know what I'm saying? But why not put if it was pesticide free or not, or just put your pesticide free, and then it would get 100. It's just that one little thing. Some people like to know, some people don't. Me, I don't really care about it, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have it on there, so I don't know if it is or not. And if it isn't, why not put it on there so that people know it's like, dude, and it's pesticide free? Shit. Or it has a certain pesticide on there, and then maybe they can look it up and say, hey, this is really not as toxic as you might think or whatever. Look, this is the name, and then look it up, and then it's still, to them, they could decide whether it's something super chemically. I mean, some people are fucking partial to different things or whatnot. I personally don't care if it's pesticide free or not. But that's the only thing. All you can put it right there in the space, dude, right there between that shit. Pesticide free or not. I don't see anything that says it. Let me take another look real quick. You got space on here to put it. It doesn't say anything about pesticides free. But if you did that, that's a hundo right there, man. That's like a 5 right there. So why not put it if it is? If not, you know, that's it. But that's pretty dope. But that gets a 4.9 on packaging. It's straightforward. It's cool. I like the colors. Yeah. Okay. And then on the smell, we went into the smell. The first smell where we first opened up the bag, and we closed our eyes and smelled it. And it still has this sweet lemony smell. Like if you opened up a box of lemon drops. Like if you opened up a box of lemon drops. That's what it would smell like. Sweet candy. It's not like an overpowering smell. But that shit on the smell between 1 and 5, it gets a 5. When you open up the bag, you close your eyes and you smell it. You get that lemony fucking terpene smell. It is so good. It's perfect. The dose. It's just, I wish they had a fucking, I wish you guys had a air freshener like that, because I definitely put it up in here. Make an air freshener and incense, do it. it's going to be a great seal. 5 all the way. 5 out of 1 out of 5. The smell, sweet. The looks. We went to the up close and personal on a scale between 1 and 5 for the looks. I showed you guys what the bud was. Up close and personal there. It was kind of hard to see that shit, but this is the up close and personal here. And when you're looking at it, it looks fine. I was kind of razzing it for their sugar leaf in there and stuff, but if they were to go in there and pick all that sugar leaf out, it would destroy the main look of the bud like it does there. And I showed you, it looked like the picture. It was bright green. It had a dispersal of this calyxes. It wasn't about 100% or whatever, but I give it like a 75 to 80%. I mean, it was there. It was perfect. It looked solid. It didn't look bad. So the looks, 1 out of 5, it gets a 5 from me. It's a bud. It's green. It's there. It looked like the picture. And I could appreciate that, man, because when you got the picture on your website and then you got the picture, like, I mean, when you go to the bud to get it, like in the bag, it looks like that shit. That's what you want. So nailed it. That gets a 5. Pow. Like that, the looks. Okay, so the main lab back, all right. And then we went into the density part. And I got to say, the density part was a little bit of a letdown. I wouldn't say, let me take that back. It wasn't really a letdown. It was more of like, I mean, I really didn't know what I would expect. So I retract that what I said. It wasn't a letdown. It wasn't a disappointment or anything. It is what it is. I'm saying it's a letdown because I'm biased towards certain things. I want a nug to be sticky. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be tough when I squeeze it. I mean, but that shouldn't count, right? So, I mean, like, I'm biased towards that. That's why I retract my statements. I'm sorry I said that. It wasn't a letdown or anything like that. So it's just me being biased, and I retract that. I noticed my my problem, and that was that. But I gave it so when I gave it a 40% on the density, it wasn't because of my biases towards what I would like the bud to be. It's when I squeezed it, it didn't feel sticky. It felt sandy. It felt dry, which a bud should be dry. But when I squeezed it, like, it started like pop, 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 breaking apart. And it started kind of like, you see the flakes there. It was one nug, right? And it was dry in the middle. The stems, of course, were sticky. But I mean, it didn't, there was nothing there to it. It wasn't tough. Like, if I would squeeze that bud right there, it flattens out, right? I mean, it didn't hold together very well. So it's flaky, it's dry. I mean, you could see the trichomes on it and you could feel it on your fingers. So, like, on a scale between 1 and 5, I gave it like a 1.5. You could feel the stickiness. But it flaked apart. When I squeezed it, one of the buds shot off to the right and shit. But I mean, like, that category itself under density is, I don't know. It's just like, if I squeeze it between my fingers, it's not really bad. It's not really good. But I'm trying to describe the level and what it is. And when you might squeeze it in there, is it going to stick together? Is it going to smash together? Because in our past 420 cannabis reviews, we've had buds that have just smashed flat, but not broken apart. You know what I mean? And it was sticky. And when I rose my fingers, it would stick to the top. I've had buds to where I try to squeeze it and the bud looks tight, and I try to squeeze it and it doesn't fucking budge. You know what I mean? It like holds, like it's just fucking, like I could squeeze it as hard as I can, like a rock, and it still fucking holds. And then there's buds like this that when I squeeze it, it just starts snapping apart, starts flaking apart, and doing this bit. It's not sticky. It feels this and that. So that's what I'm describing. So there's like 3 types of buds that I'm trying to put within the density part. So this, I think, would be in the middle. So there's that type of bud, this type of bud, and the other type of bud. So describing the density of it, around 40%. There's 3 of them at least, and this one would fall into the, I don't even exactly know where I'm going to put it, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, I just went on a fucking rant about that. So the density part got 40 on a scale between 1 and 100. And that's what it is, man. That's just what it is. Hang tight, guys. You were in the middle here of the 420 Cannabis Review. Stay tuned. We will be right back after this commercial break. Find out what it's going to be here. What's the ending score going to be? What score do you think you'll give it so far? We have 2 more categories to go. 2 more categories to go on a scale between 1 and 10. You yourself, hearing what you heard in my descriptions, what number would you give it on a scale between 1 and 10? Leave it in the chat. We'll be right back. All right, did you guys get it? Have you come up with the score yet? Hope you did. Don't be shy, man. Say something. Say something, Determined. All right, here we go. So, here on the 420 Cannabis Review, returning live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love it. We're going to bring this back, so stay tuned for all the other stuff. Give me a like, give me a follow. We're not affiliated, nor do we ever want to be. Just the fact that you're here is all good to me. This is a good time, not a long time. 420 Cannabis Reviews. I'm your host, Tricky, a.k.a. Resilience. We'll take one more toke and give us the final score. Acapulco Gold from OGs. The vibe is good. It is a sativa. It lets you know that it's here. You're definitely gonna get high on this shit. The price was fucking phenomenal. Nobody could beat it. On a scale between 1 and 100. On the 420 Cannabis Review. OGs. OGs. On a scale between 1 and 100, the 420 Cannabis Review gives you a score of 100. Meh, meh, meh. Meh, 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 meh. OGs Cannabis gets a perfect, not a perfect score, but OGs gets 100 on a scale between 1 and 100 here on the 420 Cannabis Reviews. Fucking OGs. I need one of those sounds. I need to get one of those fucking I need to get one of those fucking sounds, man. I'm gonna get it too. I'm gonna have a button. I'm gonna push. But OG's Acapulco Gold. It was only $6 fucking dollars. And if I didn't have the discount, it would be $8 for an eighth of this shit. The smoking is great. I'm fucking high. The level intensity is about 7.5 to 8. It's just right. It's energy. I feel like I could do something crazy here for a minute. You know, I feel like I go gambling. I feel like I can go fishing. I feel like I can go drive somewhere into a. I'll just play. But you know, very energetic, very active. It's a great fucking high, man. The smell is fucking all the way up. It's the perfect fucking weed that you want, man. If you want to smoke weed, smoke that shit. Acapulco Gold from OG's 100%. 100% on a scale between 1 and 100. 1 out of 10, bitch gets a 10. In a good way. It gets a 10. Acapulco Gold, OG's, find that shit. If you see it, get it, ask for it. This, I just came into it. It's a new one that came to the dispensary that's right down my street. I saw that shit and I was like, boop, pushed it. They also have another one that's, I don't know what it's called. I think it was called Alaskan Thunderfuck. I'll probably try that next. Why not, right? We'll just go into we'll just try everything that OG's has. So this is the first one I tried for them. Next one, maybe next 420 Cannabis Review, unless I get something else. But we will definitely try more from OG's. The one down there is Alaskan Thunderfuck. And when I saw that on the site, it said it was an eighth. I don't know exactly if it's an indica or sativa, but I'm definitely going to get that shit. OG's so far, 100%. Get that shit. Smoke that shit. It's fucking awesome, man. OG's. Acapulco Gold. 100%. You guys fucking nailed it on that one. I don't know what Acapulco Gold's supposed to taste like, to tell you the truth, because I really smoke Acapulco Gold all that much. But I will definitely try an Acapulco Gold from another company. Do some research on what that's supposed to taste like and all that shit to see if y'all got the name right. But I mean, gold, lemons are yellow, gold, Acapulco sounds very tropical. So fuck. So far, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Cheers. OG's Acapulco Gold, aces all the way. Let me take one more toke. 5 tokes. So that was only like 4 tokes, man. Let me take one more. Cheers, you scalawags, wherever you are. Till next time. Thank you for joining the 420 Cannabis Review. Till then, be excellent to each other, man. Party on, dudes.
Cannabis.